Alright, y'all. I know it's been about a minute since you've seen one of these. I had to take the week off because it was busy, and honestly speaking, I know unlike some of the heifers who continue to lie about their weight loss journeys and health and all that stuff, y'all know your girl is real. I showed my full body shot the other day because I'm down 9 more pounds. I am trying to do the thing. And unlike the girls who say, well, we're taking our stuff seriously, and then you see them eating, overeating, some of us are doing the thing. One of the things that happened last week, let me start pedaling as I talk, get my stuff playing, was that I wasn't hydrating properly while exercising. So I had some severe dehydration. Matter of fact, that Saturday, as I was doing my live and talking to you started to notice that your girl was fading out towards the end. And I didn't realize what was going on. So we went for a drive. I got some water in me and it felt a little bit better. But it didn't go away. So Monday, I had to go see my PCP, primary care physician. And they just checked my tongue. And it was like, you're really, really dehydrated. And so I had to go get an IV, get some fluids in, 1 bag foodie, and I realized that as much as I want to keep fit, I've got to keep that balance. I got to keep my water in me because it's getting warmer. I'm going to be sweating a lot more. And you got to take that seriously. Another thing I realized, because we went out and did the river walk, and it was just peaceful. The hubby and I got to walk, got to talk. We're planning out stuff for the land because we want to get the greenhouse properly put up. We want to get the pool properly put up so that the summer is just a little bit easier for the gardening and other exercise. And yes, we've seen the heifer in the pool. The first one with Scatman had me rolling my eyes, but at least she was trying, I thought. Then this latest one where it took her an hour and she did about 5 minutes worth of exercise. That was interesting. Especially when she followed it up with 2 sandwiches and some creamy soup. The thing is, I don't want to judge somebody who's really trying, even if it's baby steps normally. But it feels like she's not just playing in her own face, but in anybody who's still trying to support her face. If you're serious about fitness, if you're serious about your health, it doesn't matter who's watching. And you shouldn't follow up barely 5 minutes of exercise with way too many calories. I tell people all the time, because I heard some go, well, why don't you show what you eat in a day? Which, I mean, if you want to see a bowl of oatmeal or banana, that's fine, but I don't eat on camera. I think the sounds of eating is gross. I don't want to do that. I think the salads I have for lunch are picture worthy, so sometimes I put a picture of that on my community tab. And you've seen what I made for dinner. I've told you how I grill and everything else. I don't think eating is the problem with me. I don't have to show you what I eat because I don't go overboard like these girls do. Fast food is a rarity for us out here. We live in the freaking BFE. So you have to know how to cook. And the thing is, I was already 500 pounds at one time. So I don't play with this. I am still a thick sister. You can see it. But you can also see where the work is coming off. And yes, I'm probably going to always have a pouch. It's loose skin. One of the things that irks me about one of my doctors is he likes to press down on it and go, oh, it's not firm at all. It's just softness. And I'm like, yeah, it's called loose skin. And I get it, you know. At my stature, any extra weight looks extra, and it's just what it is. But what I say to the girl, if you're serious, stop trying to get ass pats. One of the things I seen a comment was like, well, people who exercise are just doing it for accolades. And sometimes that's true. Sometimes it's true. You need that bit of a boost, that bit of a pick-me-up to make you feel good. But for some of us, because we're doing this anyway, and I just wanted to be petty and show the girls that, yes, you can exercise and talk at the same time. But honestly, this is for me. Nobody else. If people get inspired by it, great. But I have to be the one to do this. I have to be the one that wants this. And it's great that I'm seeing results, but I like the stuff that I can do now, even if there wasn't like weight loss tied to it. Being able to stand, being able to walk, not feeling like a burden to my family, you know? I just think it's crazy when people play around with stuff like that, especially at our age. Being in my late 40s, you roll the dice when you play with your health. And just this food poisoning put me in a bad way for weeks. So I tell people all the time, keep your follow-ups up, do your daily routines, get sleep. The fact that she went swimming at 3 a.m. already had my side eye going, because at 3 a.m. if I'm up, something's wrong. I need to be asleep. Even as a writer, I learned I can take notes right in the morning. With Foodie doing this, I just do not understand what she thinks she's going to accomplish. Because when you're up that late, if you're not just hydrating, because they said you're going to be hungry if you're up that late, so you need to drink water instead. The thing is, with her, it's all a game. She justifies being up all night, probably watching reaction channels, talking about the stuff we say about her, and don't seem to realize that none of that matters. You should be focused on your health. And I've seen Bad Seeds pictures, because they took stills of her last swimming thing. And it's scary. The discoloration in her feet and her toes. Like I said, I don't like mocking somebody who's clearly sick. So I was shocked. I didn't even know what to say at that point. Because you're literally falling apart before everybody's eyes. And you know, it's her life. I gotta worry about me and mine. My boy is about to graduate, my son, actually, about to graduate next month. We've got a lot of stuff going on for that. My husband got a better opportunity coming up for a job, so things are finally starting to pick up in the way we need them to. And I just can't imagine worrying myself to death behind somebody who's clearly not interested in their own life. You know, the reality of the situation is the only person that can help Chantal is Chantal. And if she doesn't want to help herself, there's nothing somebody like me, who has my own life, my own weight to deal with, can do. So I picked Saturday to only talk about her a little. And then I got right into Drake Kendrick stuff, because Kendrick really did want to keep the beef friendly. I'm going to say it again. There have been rap beef since I can remember. I was literally a teenager through the East Coast, West Coast stuff. Young adult even. So we didn't want to see it become violent at all. And I know some people are like, oh, Drake's place got shot up. I think that was an inside job. I'll get to why in a minute. But point blank, it's funny how after he got demolished and completely bodied by Kendrick, all of a sudden this stuff is happening on his property. And now, from some more of the deep dive that I've been doing, and I've been completely nosy in this, there's a video out there, and I'm not going to describe it in detail because I've already been demonetized for talking about this shit. So let's just say, if he's your fave, you're going to look at him sideways if that tape gets out. Just the still alone that people are sharing amongst the culture community and some stuff I've seen on YouTube alone, there's some weird freaky shit going on with Drake and his crew. Like, well, I already knew Drake had problems with young girls. That has been an ongoing thing in the music industry. It's not right. It needs to be called out more. People need to understand that our community can't just lift somebody up because they're talented if they're targeting underage people. Okay? And the thing is, Drake got in his head that he was hard enough, he put enough money into the community where people would back him over somebody who's really been helping out the community. Like I said on Saturday's Live, most activists are unsung. Kendrick don't tap himself on the back for what he does because it ain't about him. It's about helping. It's about spreading the message. It's about giving back, which he does. Drake thinks throwing money at people equals the same thing. And he doesn't realize that, no, it doesn't. And it's not going to make us look away from your dirty. In fact, like I said, a lot of times when you get up there, when you start to rise above everybody, they wait for you. They wait to see how they can trip you up, make you fall, destroy you completely. And the thing is, these men work together once. Kendrick was on Drake's tracks, Drake was on some of Kendrick's songs. But Kendrick started to realize early on that there was something off about the brother. Something ain't genuine. It feels transactional. He's always showing the highlight. But where Kendrick comes from is the real. He raps real. He does his own lyrics. He just didn't want that lifestyle. He didn't want to change. One of the things we said in my neighborhood especially is you need to kick it with those who will kick it with you when you have no money and those who will kick it with you when you have money, because the people who are with you when you're broke will have your back throughout anything. And the problem with people like Drake is most of the people he surrounded himself with only are with him because he's famous. Only are with him because he has money. There's nothing else. There's no loyalty amongst his people. That's why all the talks about moles going back and forth. Yeah. The thing is, when people kick it with you when you had nothing, when you came up together with nothing, those people will stick through you through thick and thin. They're not going to leave your side. They're not going to talk shit on you. They are going to have your back. Kendrick has that. Drake does not. That's why he started selling a lot of his properties here. And I don't think he's going to be showing his face in the U.S. too much right now. Because there's a lot of allegations coming out. And like I said, that freaking picture I seen of that young, disabled, I think he's a column writer in New York, wearing a blonde wig. I don't think I want to see what's going on in that video, but allegedly the mole, who is a female, said, "Y'all are calling me a thief? I'm going to sell this to the highest bidder." I wasn't even going to show it to anybody until Drake was deceased or whatnot because of what's on that tape. So I'm telling you, if you're a Drake lover right now, I would be wary putting that out there. Because like I said, Diddy ain't the only one with problems. And the thing is, the rap beef could have been friendly. It really could have. With Drake, he decided he would go hard, let his ghostwriters put those lies in about domestic violence, about his babies not being his, about his producer friend maybe being one of his children's fathers. And that's when the gloves came off. Because I don't think a real person, well, a fake person like Drake would understand a real person like Kendrick. It's like, okay, let's keep this friendly. Rap beef is about lighting a fire. And as I showed on Saturday, the first time he tried to light a fire under Drake, Drake took it hard, took it personal, whined about it. "Oh, I think that was harsh. I think what Kendrick said about me was wrong. Why is anybody else offended? Why is anybody else mad that he called it out? It's just a way to get attention on himself." And it's like, bruh, it's called beef. So get in or just shut up. But he couldn't. Because Drake really isn't about that life. He just wanted to convince people that he was about that life. And I think what troubles me about what's coming out now is that there are still some people that would look away because, oh, I could bop to his music. You know, it's hard because there are a lot of musicians that I loved growing up in all kinds of genres that after I found out that they were messing with minors, that was it for me. The reason being is because some of us are going through some shit. For real, some deep shit. And I'm not going to trauma dump on you. But it just feels wrong to celebrate and highlight and listen to somebody who would take advantage of somebody who isn't old enough to say yes. And I know some people are like, well, if they're 16 and some states have the age of consent, why the fuck you know that? If the girl has a teen in her name, you need to leave her alone. My ex did that shit. Literally carded me, but I guess 18, 19 wasn't too young. And yeah, technically I was a legal adult, but it's still fucked up when you think about it. And I just think that it drives me nuts that people give somebody a pass because they look a certain way or they're talented, whether they're in sports, music, acting. And we've got to stop looking the other way with these men. We've got to stop looking the other way with some of these females too. Because abuse goes both ways. And there are whole ass stories coming out now about parties, that LMK stuff that I didn't even know about. People with that label are into parties where youths are passing around, allegedly. And that is scary to me. It's scary that we have allowed and cultivated groups to feel like they have enough money and power to do this. And I know it's not just in our community, especially in music and stuff. Hollywood itself is just full of predatory people that, because we like their movies or because we like the shit they put out there on TV and stuff, we just shrug our hands until the scandal breaks, and then everybody wants to be like, oh, I don't like that person no more. But you bumped it with them. You gave them millions of dollars to entertain you, and now you know they're dirty. The thing is, I don't want to point fingers at just fans alone, but I do side-eye anybody who they're hearing these clear allegations. They see the clear patterns that Drake has had with young people, especially Millie Bobby Brown, that one girl that he dated at 18 but was really talking to her when she was 16. She's an industry baby too, of all things. Her dad is a famous producer, and he got her. And then you have, whew, oh, that young lady spitting facts about Drake, sorry. But, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on in Canada and here about parties, about people picking up young girls, or people that fit his bill and profile, bringing them in and then taking them back home after they're used. Baby's mama is all over the place. Another young girl just did an interview talking about, I can't say nothing because they'll be in the courts. Ma'am, we have to start doing better by our kids. I know we cultivate this lifestyle that popping bottles, fast cars, big houses mean you doing stuff. But is it worth eroding your child's soul for? I don't think so. I feel like there are too many people that get the wrong impression of those with money. They're just humans too that know how to hoard their resources better. And when we are literally watching kids being sacrificed to their depravity, I can't rock with that. And I'm glad for this beef because, like I said, truth always comes to life. You can hide behind personas and your acting abilities for so long, but you're going to mess with the wrong one. Drake played the dangerous game of F around and find out. And now he's sitting there. I'm listening to his interview right now, and I almost paused. Because he's like, you don't have to get tattoos. You don't have to present yourself a certain way. This was Drake when he was in his real Herb era. That clean cut. I'm just a singer. You can rock with me. And now he's tapped up. He's built up from allegedly using certain things and getting certain surgeries. And he got Lil Wayne's tattoo on his arm to apologize after sleeping with his girl. Like I said, Drake, it ain't about him being black enough. It ain't about any of that. It's about him being a buster who tried really hard to culture vulture our culture. And like I said, beyond the whole over-sexualizing black women, because it's a reality, besides chasing children, which is really fucked up no matter what end of the fence you're on, whether you're a hardcore fan of him or not, it's messed up. The fact that he sits there and he's black when he needs to be, but now he'd probably be like, nah, I don't kick it with them no more. He'll probably try to get Lil Wayne erased off his arm now. And Lil Wayne born him. Rap about what you know. Rap about your TV show. Rap about Canada. Don't try to emulate us. And he didn't want to hear it. He thought he was hard enough. And people are saying that that Family Matters track that he did was hard. And like I said, the man can flow. He knows how to imitate flow. But that Family Matters is full of lies, so I can't get with it. While They Not Like Us pretty much summed it up. They said, you're a colonizer, which is true. Your first hardcore rap video, you came down to Tennessee. You ain't never lived in Tennessee. Why are you filming in Tennessee? And then you assault people that you would normally kick it with if they wanted you to. You told Metro Rocky No, I'll get ASAP Rocky and Metro Boomin. Sorry. Trying to focus on pedaling and that stuff. Didn't even do any arm weights, so I'll do a couple of minutes of this. But you told Metro Boomin to just shut up and play drums, and he did with that BBL Drizzy jam. And that 10K giveaway that he did to somebody who drops the hardest track on top of it, spits the best rhymes, and I've heard some really good ones lately. I'm telling you. And Not Like Us is going to be the Summer Jam, certified #1. I think Drake bit off a lot more than he could chew. And I think he thought he was untouchable. Because he pumped a lot of money. He ingratiated himself to a lot of industry execs who they only care if you don't mess with their bottom line, my brother. I'm telling you. Once you become a liability, they cut you off real quick. So, for anybody looking for the follow-up to this beef, I'm pretty sure it's squashed just because the execs don't want to lose any more money. Oh, there's so much. Like, I thought when I joined Girl World, and I was getting all kinds of foodie, Amberlynn, and hungry fat chicks, every suggestion now is Drake's exposés. Drake's exposés with young women. Drake's exposés with his accents. The Jamaican one was not funny. Drake's exposés with just copying other style and the way OVO will sign a young person and then you never really hear from them. They become, you know, ghostwriters and shit. The stuff that I've heard about LMK and the parties alone, along with the trafficking ties that Diddy and them do, are being accused of. Let me correct myself because these people are litigious. But why you on the run if it ain't true? The thing is, it's a whole fucking mess. And it should wake people up. You can be a fan of music. You can love a bop when you hear one. I don't want to see any more messed up Drake right now. I'm going to put this weight up here. Let's see what else is on my recommended, because I got a lot to catch up with. Last week was so busy, y'all. We went to Tawas. We drove around because we wanted to get some plants that are good for pest repellents. Because I don't want to kill pests. Because a lot of bugs and stuff in the garden does help with cross-pollination and stuff. But there's certain bugs we want to keep away from the house. So we started looking into plants that we could put around, like the decks and stuff, to keep them at bay. Especially now that I'm out there grilling. So, whew. It is, I don't want to see Chantal right now, I'm sorry. That swim thing and the sandwich after was just really, it spits in the face of everybody who's trying to give her a chance. And, you know, just like I said, you can't make people do what they need to do for their health. Quick pause. There we go. They have to want it. Not only do they have to want it, but they legitimately have to understand that even when nobody's looking at you, you have to be at it. And you can't lie about it because people can see when you're the real and when you're fake. And unfortunately for both Chantal and Amber, they have burned so many people with their lies about weight loss and changing themselves and getting better, that even if they were really doing the thing right now, people still wouldn't believe them. And people still wouldn't believe you because you play these childish games. You act like people don't have eyes in their head and can't see the way you cover up, the way you film yourself, the way you pretend like, well, people are dumb. They'll just take our words that we're going to doctors, we're going to therapists. They'll take our word that we're exercising every day as the only thing we really show is what we eat in the day when we fall off. You know, with therapy, true therapy, falling off is very rare, if non-existent. Because you learn discipline, you learn ways to better channel that manic energy. You learn that food is not a binky or a crutch, and that when you're feeling emotional, it's better to channel it in a better way. Creative way, or find somebody else to talk to. You just need friends, honestly. And I know, because somebody asked me to talk about, what is this? Oh, it's a game. I was like, what is this new age music? But somebody asked me in the comment section because they said they've never met somebody with APD so open about it. And I can tell you that 20 years ago, there's no way. Even 10 years ago. It was hard opening up on Twitter at times about some of my mental health issues, because I didn't want people to think I was pandering or sad fishing or whatever bullshit they say. But with antisocial personality disorder, I just know who I won't fuck with. I know my limits around crowds. I know how I can handle and cope and get through things. I'm building up on my tolerance for next month because I got a lot of social engagements I have to deal with, and I know I'm going to feel depleted after. I know that APD isn't the same for everybody, but if you live as long as I have with it, you learn how to navigate stuff. Do I like dealing with people on a regular? Not really. When we went to Tawas, all we wanted to do is just do some simple shopping, drop off a thing for a friend, and get home. But because we were standing around in the electronics section of the store we were in, this lady came up to me and first asked her for help. So my husband wanted to go get an employee to help her out. Next thing I know, she's unloading on me her whole life story, including stuff with the partner that she's with. And it's like, why me? And this happens all the time. It doesn't matter what kind of store or what kind of outing. So it's just like, I get overly anxious when stuff like that happens to me, because it's exhausting. And that's why I love the house we bought. It's on a nice plot of land. It's out in the sticks. I don't really have to know my neighbors, but we got one right directly across the road and one just a mile down, I believe. That's pretty nice. They have trees that they drain for sap and stuff. They give out free wood when they cut down trees, so it's a nice, quiet neighborhood. Also, a few miles down, we have the kind of loud truck guys with their certain political flags that I ain't gonna talk to them. But it's pretty much a nice, remote area. And it's a big change of pace from the area that I was renting in, because that was constantly busy. You can't even go to your mailbox without running into somebody. And it started to really affect me. So I got to the point where it was like, instead of constantly trying to shut myself in, I would get a place where I would want to be outside more. I would get a place where being outside didn't fill me with instant dread. And we're lucky we got this place, and it is helping a lot. I still get people out really easily. And that's not people's fault. That is just how my brain internalizes interactions with other people. I get instantly drained from it. So I try to avoid it as much as possible unless it's people I trust. I have a very active online social personality because I feel more in control in that sense, where I can interact with people, but if I'm done, I'm done. I can just shut my device off or go over to something else. And I think that helps my APD more than anything. Just being able to say, you know what, I got my fill, I'll interact with people later, I'm done. And go rest, read, relax, exercise, do my own thing. It's not the same when you're in a crowd of people. It's not the same in social interaction. You have to sometimes put that mask on and smile as people talk to you about stuff that I don't know you. Why would I care? And I just think that there's so many of us out there, and it really is a spectrum. There are people with APD that will never even try to attempt social stuff, and it's not your fault. It can be overwhelming and exhausting. I will say, having people, medical people, to talk about it does make it easier. It makes you less likely to get instantly overwhelmed. You can still feel self-conscious. You can still feel like it starts with a drumming in my ears even. Ooh, 30 minutes. And I know that I'm getting to the point where an anxiety attack might happen. So I stop and I get away from the situation if it starts to get like that. And that's what we did. After we helped the lady, we got the employee for her while I listened to her tell me a part of her life story that I should probably pack it away at some point. And I'm not going to tell her business because that was her business. I don't know why she was telling a complete stranger it. But you get to a point where it's like, okay, I'm peopled out. I went back to the car, waited for my partner to talk to his friend, and then we went back home and got stuff done around the house. Now, I'm not going to say this week isn't busy too, because I got another follow-up to do and just life. But I will try to get more of these Fitbangs done, starting in June especially. I'm going to limit it right now to once a week, so either Mondays or maybe Tuesdays, depending. But for now, thank you all for watching. Thank you for putting up with all of my stuff. I appreciate y'all. Whew. Sweaty.